Let me know if I'm live. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Everybody, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, wait. There we are. Come on in the room. Whoa. Come on in the room. So yo. Today is my first day streaming on Facebook and Twitch. So we're going to see how this works. Never done it before. I'm going to watch everything back and see how it works. Am I nervous? Just a tad. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I know we don't like Mondays, but if you're alive and you got breath in your body, it's a good day, ain't it? Ain't it? That's right. That's right. For some reason, the Lord woke you up this morning, so that means you got a purpose. So let's go. How are we doing? How are we doing? What's up, vodka with 3 olives? I knew you'd be in this one. If we have new people here, listen, I am a fan of no one but the Lord and my mama and Beyonce and Anita Baker. I am a stan of no one but the Lord and my mama. And so I give my opinion on this show as I see it, like as it comes. So my opinion may change if somebody throughout. What I'm doing is I'm replaying to you my initial thoughts when I watch the episode. And that means some people who you fan or stan over, I may say something that you do not like because you don't, want your favorite person to be criticized. I get it. I absolutely understand it. If you're somebody who has a problem with that and like wants this to be a glowing review of your favorite person, maybe this isn't the channel for you. Just, man, you can stay, you know what I mean, and get a little bit, but, I don't favor anybody on this show. I really, really don't. Did I say that I feel like me and Portia would have a good time? She's a good time girl. Her and Latoya seem like good time girls. That's pretty much it. And Candy is like Candy from Escape. She kind of raised me, but off of her music, but still, I'm going to give my critique of the show because that's what you're here for. And that's what I do. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to come on in the room. Where are we at? What's the time? I'm not really able to see the time on here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to come in the room and then that's it. Oh, forgive me for also not advertising this. I normally put it up on my YouTube page and on Instagram. I didn't do that this week. What's going on with me? What is going on with me? I told y'all it was going to happen. I done got my first vaccination shot and I'm starting to get in them streets. Not like I thought I would be, but I've been going out a bit more. Showing more thigh. What's happening? How are we doing? Oh, let me put up my banners. I'm still learning. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, reunion, part 1 review. That's what we're doing. Let's get this up and going. And I got my peach color. So yeah, we're ready. We are ready. Come on in the room. Shed Pearl said, I favor Portia, so could you not hold her accountable and call her on her BS, pretty please? Do I have any? No, you know what? You'll be safe. You will feel safe this review because I don't have anything to say about Portia. I really, really don't. I don't have any critiques of Portia. This is a Drew and Kenya heavy critique review. I will give you that. So, do with that what you will. Thank you so much, Coco Bean. Hey, beautiful. He said, hey, everyone. And it's Tracy's birthday. Happy birthday, Tracy. Happy birthday. Pretty Kitty said, I love the turban, babe. Thank you, Marlena. If you're in here, let people know where you got these turbans from. Everywhere I go, people are just like, where did you get these turbans from? And I'm like, Marlena in Belgium got it for me. That's all that I can give you. So Marlena, let these people know where you got me this beautiful turban from. She gifted me a bunch of turbans. The ones that I've been wearing for the past 5 or 6 reviews have all been from her. She hooked your girl up. So shout out to Marlena. And here she is. Wait. Hold on. Let me find your super chat. Marlena, yes. Marlena said, hey, Nikki, just here to say hi. I have to watch this episode first. Nice turban. Where'd you get them from, girl? Everybody is hitting me up. You better open up an Etsy shop. Everybody is asking me about these. Oh, and thank you so much, Marlena, for the super chat. Everywhere I go, this lady stopped me in Target and was just like, oh my goodness. That turban looks great on you. Where'd you get it from? I couldn't go through the whole explanation. It would just see, she was an older woman. I just felt like it would have been a little weird to her to try to describe to her where I got my turban from. So I was just like, I was shopping and I found it. Lie. I'm so sorry, old lady in Target, but I could not give you the truth because how would that help you anyway? But just confuse you even more. So Marlena is the girl. Find her in the chat and hit her up. She knows what she's doing with these turbans. Oh, Kimberly, you're so sweet. Kimberly said, Nikki, it's like chatting with my best reality TV girls. I love this channel and the people. Thank you. We love you too. Kimberly, thank you for joining us. It's Tracy's birthday. Tracy is my moderator who also, hold on. Wait a minute. You're welcome, Tracy. Tracy's my moderator who also makes these great shirts for me. Please, support our sis. Tracy, post your website and your Instagram if you want, so we could, so everybody can go follow you and support your business. Where the hell did I put my phone? Did y'all hear it? I heard it. Where did I put it? That's where my notes are. Hold on. I just heard the phone. Where did I put it? The room ain't that big. Hold on. Come on and get this. Oh! Did I take it in the kitchen? That's the remote. Oh, Nikki, come on. Oh, I found it. Ciao. I gotta do better. Hey, family. So listen, about the Oscars, just to let you know, I'm not going to do a review of the Oscars. I am going to do something special for you guys on Wednesday concerning the Oscars. The reason why, I got to work out a bit more. Why did that take so much out of me? The reason why I'm not, because I was going to do a fun little review on the Oscars. That ending took the wind out of me. So just like with the that terrible Game of Thrones series finale, just like I forgot that, I'm going to forget the Oscars. I have to, for my own mental health. I got to forget. So there will be no Oscars review, but there will be something special coming for you guys on Wednesday that I think you all will enjoy. It'll be fun. It'll be upbeat, and it won't have a terrible ending like the Oscars. So just to let you guys know that. What time is it? All right, it's 8:30, right? Or 8 minutes and 33 seconds in. So what I would like to do is, first, let me check and see if my notes are here. Because this iPhone, you know what? I break up with Apple every day. Every day I break up with Apple. Then they release them freaking new desktops. It takes me back because back in the day when Apple first came out with them big behind desktops and they were, they came out in them beautiful like pink and green and orange and yellow colors and green, that's like green and purple. I could not afford it, right? Now, mama could get a desktop in the color that I want. So I think I'm going to get that desktop, and then I think I may officially break up with Apple. But, I've broken up with them before and I've always come back. What can I say? So I'm going to see. I may upgrade my phone too. Apple is such a toxic man. Let me check, make sure the notes are here. They're not. So what we got to do, guys? What we going to do? This is what we got to do. You see why I want to break up with them? I got to turn this off to turn it back on so my notes can reload. That's what I have to do. Listen, Adriana said the Oscars were so plain. Why did they move it out of the Kodak Theater? Do you guys know? Does anybody have the tea on why they moved it out of the Kodak Theater? I get that they probably could not have had everybody in there and it would have looked, I guess it would not have looked how they wanted the audience to look, and they wanted something a bit more intimate. Why go to trifling Union Station? Have you ever been to Union Station? That place smells like piss and defecation of 1,000 years. Why in the hell was the Oscars held in there? And it looked like a Panera Bread the way they set it up. So I'm just like, it couldn't have been anywhere. Damn, put it in Steven Spielberg's living room. It would have looked better. What was the reason? I just did not understand why they picked Union Station. Who was on that committee? It couldn't have been a woman. A woman would have never chose Union Station. It could not have been a woman on that committee. Why Union Station of all places? I think I almost got robbed at Union Station when I was working at. See what I'm saying? Like, Union Station is not what y'all think it is. Let me tell you something, visitors. I know that every little, trip advisor talking about LA, they always say, oh, go to downtown LA. It's up and coming. Downtown LA is like Mad Max with a bit of like a dash of a zombie apocalypse. That's downtown LA. We got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Downtown LA has been up and coming for decades. It ain't up. It ain't coming. We still at the same damn place. Anytime I have to do anything in downtown LA, I always ask somebody if they want to go for security reasons. So in case somebody pull me out and, kidnap me, I got a visual. I got somebody who witnessed it. That's what it is for me in downtown LA. So all these people trying to make it seem like this place is up and coming. No shade to the people who are living there. Listen, I'm from Philadelphia. I've lived in questionable places. I'm not judging you. But I'm just saying, we got to stop lying on downtown LA. Anything going on in downtown LA, and my friends already know, don't even put me on the invite list. Let's not, make it complicated. I'm not coming. At night, girl, what? Who? Me? The devil is a liar. It's not happening. Why in the hell did you take the Oscars from Hollywood to downtown LA? We're just still, I know we're in a pandemic. It don't got to look like it. You know what I mean? There were so many other places I felt like they could have chosen, and it did not have to be Union Station. What was the reason? It didn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I was really upset about that. I know they did the best they could, but I'm just like, Union Station? Yes, I did almost get robbed there because I was working one of them, I don't know what you call it, but I was a sample girl back in the day. Listen, I paid my rent well off of selling samples. And this guy tried to steal from my samples. I was selling like these iced teas. Child, everything I didn't sell, I drank. I didn't have to put it in the report. Anyway, the guy tried to steal my, not just my samples, but a freaking case of like refillable iced tea bottles that I had at my station. And I called my manager, and I was just like, listen, I'm a woman by myself doing this. I don't feel safe. He was just like, yeah, I understand. You can leave. There's a lot of people that aren't able to work that location. So why the hell would you send me? If everybody's having a problem at Union Station, why are you sending me? To die? To die? Is that what you wanted to do? But I made it. God is good. God is good. Oh, I love Olivera Street. Usher said I work in downtown LA. I like Olivera Street. Is it Olivera or Alvera? Olivera Street, Chinatown, and Little Tokyo. I haven't been to Chinatown and downtown LA because I literally worked my other job. Y'all remember that job that I was telling you about where I worked for those rich white ladies who ran an organization about, girls who were, involved in sex trafficking, and it was a great cause, right? But they didn't care about them kids. It was all about, them just looking like saviors. Anyway, that was the job I worked, and I worked right across the street from Olivera Street. Can I tell you, I spent like a lot of my check on Olivera Street. Like, I was always down that little block doing something. Now that's a beautiful area. I will give it that. You walk a couple blocks out, Mad Max and the Fury Road. Listen, it's the truth. We got to be honest. Y'all telling lies, California, on them little trip advisory pages, and having them white people get robbed. They said that Montana Lee was up and coming. They took my passport. Listen, you better use wisdom. You better use wisdom. What's up, Zabeda? Is it Zabeda or Zabita? I want to make sure I'm saying it right because you've been here for so long. You can tell me how to pronounce it. She said, come on in. Come on in. Okay, my notes should be here. My notes should be here. Let's check and see if the notes are here. We're doing it. We're doing it. There's the apple. All right, we're going to check that, and then we're going to get started. Oh, Virgo, baby, we just getting started. We just getting started. Virgo said, am I late? Also, that Bachelorette trailer. I can't wait for Michelle's. Truly, is it true that The Bachelor is over? Because to think about it, we're getting 2 Bachelorette seasons. What do you think? Oh, that is a very interesting question. First, let's talk about the Bachelorette trailer with Katie. Okay, I'll give them this. It was the promo trailer. It wasn't the trailer for the whole season. So as of right now, I'm still like, I don't know if I feel like it. Because I told you, Katie, this season of The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, both seasons are going to have to compete with the streets. I already got one shot and I'm starting to ease out a bit more than I was. Like, why do I want to, go for a walk? Let's take a day trip here all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm going to be when I got that second shot. And I don't know if I'm going to feel like watching a dry Bachelorette season even too. I don't know. So I'm going to wait to see if it's worth my while, if it can compete with the streets. If it can, then maybe I'll give it a shot. But I just was not. That promo trailer didn't do any thing for me. I don't think The Bachelor is over. The Bachelor is the show that started this whole franchise. It's one of their biggest shows. They put the most money into that show, with Colton coming out as gay and Matt being attacked because he's Black. I think they may, take some time off. But I think we're going to get a new Bachelor in January. I think that's what's going to happen. I think for the show's sake, it would be better for them to go back to the old formula. I told you, I'm fine with the Bachelor and the Bachelorette remaining white because I feel like they know how to handle white people and white stories. I just don't think the production there is diverse enough to deal with diverse characters. I just think they get it wrong every time. So I'm not sure. I am not sure. One thing they get right every time is Paradise. That's my show. That is my show. So I think they're going to hold off on The Bachelor until January, but I think it's coming back. That's their biggest show. They're not going to get rid of the mother, to save the children. They're going to keep The Bachelor. So I don't think it's over. I really, really don't. I think we got 2 Bachelorette seasons because they wanted to appease 2 audiences, right? They wanted to appease their, younger white audience with Katie, and they wanted to still keep the, wholesome older white audience that would be, okay with a Black person like Michelle because she's not as Negro, you know what I mean? Like, just be real. Like, she's a Black that's safe, like kind of acceptable to them. And she's sweet and, white mama. So the older, conservative audience can relate to Michelle. Katie is for the younger white audience and also the diverse audience there because they think, she came on the show with a dildo. So she's going to be the, women's empowerment girl who's going to be talking about, issues concerning not just, women, but people of color as well. She's like their liberal god. That's what or that's how they're promoting her, I believe. And I think with Michelle, she's safe, sweet, and wholesome, but she's also diverse. Right. But she's also somebody that the older white conservative audiences can watch. So that's what I think is going to happen there. But, who knows? 2021 has been throwing some curveballs. So I don't know. What they need to do is bring back Flavor of Love. That was the best show on TV ever, ever, ever. Okay, let me check my notes. Yes, we're here. Oh, one last thing. Hold on. Sorry, guys. My assistant is out running errands. Oh, I can leave the door open. All right. We're going to get started. Hey, Shonda, shout out to my moderators. But before we get started, we have to do this. This person has been a very important force here at NikkiStar TV. Yes, I'm talking about you, Tracy. You have been such an outstanding moderator. She's always, in the comment section, anything that I'm referencing, she is, making sure you guys have the receipts to the information that I am bringing up. She's constantly checking on me to make sure, that I'm okay, that the channel is running smoothly. You are a blessing, and I am so thankful for you and your talent. Come on in the room. And before we get started, I thought it was only like a small token of something that I could possibly do for you, and we, the Star family, can do for you. And that is just a small token of our appreciation. That is sing happy birthday to Tracy. So if you know the words to the song, let's go. On the count of 3. Tracy, are you ready? I can't hear you. I said, Tracy, are you ready? Let's go. You know this song. Let's hit it. Happy birthday. Oh, should I do Marilyn Monroe? I think that'll be inappropriate. Let's just do the regular way. Happy birthday. Yes, Savina. To you. Hallelujah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Almost passed out. Happy birthday to you. Remix. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. I see you, Just G. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. My sister is definitely not here. That's why I'm singing so loud. Because, baby, y'all know she hates when I bring this mic out. But happy birthday. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. Happy birthday, Tracy. Love you. Thank you so, so much. You really are a blessing to everybody here. Myself, the whole NikkiStar TV family, you're a blessing. You really, really are. And thank you for all that you do. We love you, and we hope that you have not just an amazing birthday, but an amazing year, because you deserve that, if not more. Anyway, let's get into it. I did the happy birthday, but real quickly, come on. Why did I make it? Wasn't it a little calypso? Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Everybody, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Let's go. Let's go. One thing about these lives, you never know what you're going to get. You never know. You never know, because I'm telling you right now, this was edited. I would have cut out about 90% of what I just did. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Just G, you have been killing me. Oh, F Usher. What's up, F Usher? F Usher said we always play Stevie's version at home. Absolutely. Just G said twerks aggressively. so jazzy. I felt it in my spirit. Anyway, if you're new here, family, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my thoughts on this episode. I got to do my 10K steps today, Lord. I hope I got it in me. I'm going to give my thoughts on this episode. And then afterwards, after I'm done giving my thoughts, which is probably like 10 thoughts, after that, I'll get into the comment section with you. I will not stop to address comments, so please hold your funniest and juiciest ones for after when I'm done. But I will acknowledge super chats, Venmos, and all of those things because I was raised right. I was raised right. Anyway, if you are just here for the review, beloved, it starts right now. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like Jazzy go. Let's get into it. First of all, they all look stunning. Stunning. The ladies looked amazing. Even the ladies whose looks I was not feeling, the hair and makeup. Drew, we'll get into you. But the hair and makeup for majority of the ladies was flawless. They looked amazing. When they showed up to set, and the set, everything just worked so perfectly together. The set, the colors, they looked amazing. And to me, they looked like the number one show on Bravo, right? For me, when they showed up, it was just like, this is why we are number one. Look at the material. They look great. My best dress of the night was Kenya. Stunning. She will serve you a look. Not through the season. Like when Mark put that woman through it, yeah. But at this reunion, she looked absolutely great. Her hair, her makeup, top to bottom, I felt like she was absolutely flawless. I loved everything about her. Looked gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And shout out to her stylist. First of all, this feather shoulder, gagging. I wanted it. I was like, oh, I would be a mess if I had that in jacket form. Y'all know I love an extravagant coat. So I was gagging over that shoulder, but also props to the stylist who had the genius to take the jewels from her dress, like the gems from her dress. And I don't know if they took them from the dress or replicated the gems, but they took the gems from her dress and put them on her neck all the way up so it could look like skin. Amazing. She looked amazing. My second best dress of the night was Portia. I just felt like that dress fit her so she was sitting, okay? That dress fit her perfectly. And I think is her name Elaine Sazor? She was the one who did a few of the dresses for the Real Housewives of Potomac. Girl, what happened? Did they not show up the fittings? Because I feel like the work that she did on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, especially with Portia, does not look like the same dress work from the Real Housewives of Potomac. So something happened. I think a few people missed a fitting or something. And, you know, Elaine Sazor, her shop, I hope I'm saying her name right, is in Atlanta. So I think somewhere close to Atlanta, but I know it's in the South. So I think that Portia was just able to make those fittings. Whatever it was, she looked stunning. She looked stunning. My best dress was absolutely Kenya because hair, makeup, jewels, everything worked together with that outfit. And she really took it over the line with the jewels on the neck. Okay, but Portia, that dress fit her perfectly. And I just had to shout out the dressmaker because I saw her work on Potomac and I was a little disappointed. Because what is the name? Sazor? Let me show you her work. Because I was like, this can't be the same dressmaker. What is that lady's name? Let me go to the comments. I don't go to the comments, but I need to find her name. Is it Elaine? What is the name of the dressmaker? We don't know her name. Damn it. What is her? Something. But the only reason why I'm bringing her up, if you happen to find out, let your girl know. The only reason why I'm bringing her up is because I follow her and on her Instagram, she did this beautiful jumpsuit for this beautiful Black woman. I think she was turning 50, but it was this beautiful bedazzled jumpsuit that she did for her. And the way it fit her body was like nobody else could wear that, right? Like this whole garment was just created for her to wear and nobody else could wear it. So she knows how to fit, especially a voluptuous body. She knows how to do that. The work on Potomac just did, I would take that off my resume. It was not your best work. But Atlanta, you did that. You did that Portia dress. She looked stunning. Kenya best dress, Portia second best dress. Drew, what happened? Oh, what happened, mama? Because it's your first reunion, so maybe, I don't know. The dress was giving me Kojic. I gotta be honest. Drew, I feel like you are, and listen, all church girls go through it. I feel like you want to be in them streets, but you a church girl through and through. This dress was giving me Kojic Gala. I could definitely see one of the church mothers or, a young pastor's wife wearing this to a Kojic Gala. And then I don't understand, Black women, I've seen this a few times. You don't have to do this, right? The slick back ponytail wig. Just give yourself a slick back ponytail. You don't have to do the wig form. You could just pin the ponytail in. You don't have to do it through a wig. I feel like you're going through too much gluing on this wig, then pasting it down onto your head to just give yourself a slick back ponytail. You didn't need it because Drew, your cowlicks were stiff because I don't know if it wasn't real hair or whatever. The wig, slick back ponytail wig wasn't doing it for me. And then the cowlicks and then the Kojic dress. It was a lot happening. A lot was happening. And I wish you would have went with Portia to Elaine Cazor. What's her name? I hope she's not watching this. What is her name? Whoever that lady is, she did Portia's dress wonderfully. You could have went with her. Very Kojic. A young pastor's wife. You know what Ralph gives me? I would not be surprised if later on in life, these two start a church. I can see it. I'm telling you, I could see it on them. I could see it on them. And normally the pastors, like men who, especially little Black men, that become pastors later on in life was a mess. And sometimes they still a mess. So I could see them too. They have the perfect lead up to becoming a bishop and a first lady. I can see it. Get it right, Drew. Get it right. Because if anybody uses these episodes from your past to show your saints, I don't think that church, the doors are staying open. But I can see that for you. I really, really could see that for you. God bless you though, sis. God bless you. It's your first reunion. So, you're not going to be hitting out the park like everybody else. The reason why you stood out so much is because everybody looked amazing. There wasn't a bad look up there. And then we get to you. God bless you. God bless you. Candy. It was a cute look, right? But where in the hell was she going? Where in the hell was she going? I felt like the rest of the ladies were going to like an expensive funeral of their enemy, right? They were just sitting. They looked stunning. But then we get to Drew, who's at the Kojic Gala, and then we get to Candy, who was at a sex dungeon in hell, but in the 1950s. What was the memo that was sent out for the looks? What was the memo that was sent out for the looks? I was just very perplexed by this look. And you guys sent me some pictures. I didn't get the full look. Because listen, her makeup was stunning. The hair, I don't know why was it 1950s? I didn't understand this. What is it called? Rockabilly? That look that like young people are doing from like the 1950s nostalgia. Why the hell are you a Black woman with a 1950s nostalgia look? We don't want to go back there, but I just didn't get it. It was cute, but I just didn't understand. I felt like Kenya, Cynthia, and Portia were going to the same event. Drew and Candy and then LaToya, I don't know where they were going. I don't know where they were not going to the same event. And they were not even in the same time zone. Like, where the hell was Candy? I don't know. It was cute, but I was just like, everybody's going to a different event. Anyway, it was definitely giving me Beetlejuice too. I felt a little bit of Beetlejuice. Now let's get to the the mess. So the mess starts off. First of all, Andy loves the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know if they're his favorite, cast, but I know that he loves these reunions. I know that he has a great time interviewing these ladies. If you go back and watch all of the reunions and you just compare between Atlanta and all the other ones, Andy is the most excited when it comes to Atlanta. And Andy, I just feel like at some point you're gonna slip up. You're gonna slip up with a woman. Because and it's probably gonna be one of them Atlanta girls. Because Andy is always the most sexual at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He is like one season, one reunion, he was all into Portia's titty. Remember that season? He could not. He's like, I love him. I'm a boob guy. And then he sees Kandi, and he's just like, what is happening? And I'm watching. I'm like, well, Andy, I don't know what's going on with you. What is happening? He likes to be dominated. Child, wait a minute, Andy, what's happening? Anyway, you could just tell that he enjoys this cast the most. So we get into it with the mess. I wish we would not have started with the activism, but the season started out that way. So that is where they had to start. So then Andy brings up a question that we know that he and only he would ask, but put it in another name. Keisha from Kensington asked, it's always Andy. He may throw in like 3 real viewer questions, but a lot of them are Andy. Especially if it's like a Keisha or Shaniqua, I know it's Andy. Ain't no Keisha or Shaniqua. It's not those many Keishas or Shaniquas watching this show sending in viewer questions. Now, you could pull a lot of names out of your hat, but all the Keishas and Shaniquas that send viewer questions and make it to the show every season, that's you, Andy. Anyway, we start out with the activism, and then there's a question that asks why Kenya wasn't supportive of Portia's activism. And then they start to go back and forth. And then Portia is just like, well, while you were on the curb. Oh, God. Well, you were on the curb watching my activism. What were you doing? So then they just start fighting about Black Lives Matter. And I was just like, oh, this is ugly. This is the thing that confuses me, right? Because that Bravo, what is it? The Soul of Bravo article said that Kenya was actually commenting about Portia feeling some sort of way that Kandi went to Bravo and implemented changes that they all talked about. Portia had a problem because, or allegedly had a problem because Kandi did not go with all of the ladies that was in the group chat. How long was she supposed to wait for y'all? Anyway, so that's where we got Kenya's comment about Portia's activism not being real, right? So Andy asked her the question, and Portia says it just didn't seem real. Kenya says it just didn't seem real to me. It just didn't seem genuine. It just seemed like Portia was faking everything that she was doing. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. What is the truth? Y'all tell me after this. Was Kenya responding to Portia having an issue with Kandi going to the network without her? Or did Kenya just have a problem with Portia's activism because she just doesn't like the girl, right? So either it was cut out, the comment that she made about Bravo at the reunion, or she just didn't like her and that was her issues with the activism. It was very confusing to me. It really, really was, because I felt like if there were ever a moment to clear that up, this would have been the moment to say, oh, I wasn't talking about her activism. I was talking about her having a problem with Kandi going to the network. It seemed fake to me that you would be mad that somebody is also using their platform to bring about change. That would have made sense to me, but she did not say that. So or maybe it was cut out. I'm confused. I need, if y'all could clear that up. If you know, help a girl figure that out. Well, wait till, because I do want to get that. Let's wait till I'm done here. I'm almost done. Anyway, then Kenya says, well, I didn't feel like, her activism was real or that she was doing it from a good place because I'm a Black woman and you did not invite me to be a part of your PSA. You don't like her and she don't like you. Why do you think that she would invite you to be a part of her PSA? 1, if y'all don't like each other. 2, if you were questioning her activism. So it just didn't make sense to me that Kenya will want to be a part of something that Portia is doing when she does not like her. I get that, the preservation of our community is more important than this little petty beef that they have going on. But if you guys don't even like each other, you're not even at the point where you're communicating, why would you expect an invite, especially if you are questioning her activism? I wouldn't expect, I'm just saying, common sense, I wouldn't expect an invite, and I wouldn't expect for Portia to reach out. I do think it would have been a good moment, right? Because it would have seemed as if what y'all had going on was not as important as what's happening with our people. But then if y'all don't like each other, she's questioning your activism. Every time you see each other, it's fireworks. I can also understand not wanting that energy or that conflict during something like this. I can see it from both sides. That's why I'm here. So then we get into Kenya's behind. Is it real? Is it not? Kenya, there's no shame in admitting that you got work done. Everybody gets work done. Like if you can have, not everybody, but if you have the coin, you're going to get a nip and tuck, especially in the entertainment industry. I think we're getting towards a time now where people are being more open about it and, you know, talking about it in a way of this is what I have to do considering the business that I'm in. And also I have the money to change my body and I want to do that for me. I think a lot of people are becoming less sensitive to that. And it's okay if you got something done. Honestly, real talk, if you admitted that you got your butt done, you could fix it. Right? If you cop to it, you can fix it and make it a part of your storyline next season. Not Mark, please, because we've been here before with you and this man talking about we're divorcing, when it's not working, we're gonna move on. I'm a new woman, and then the next thing you know, he dedicates a song to you on like the Steve Harvey show still a thing? The Nick Cannon show. Is that still a thing? Whatever black big radio host DJ, you know, he dedicates a song to you and then it's just like, oh my goodness, he dedicated DMX Rough Riders to me. He want to do rough things with me. He want me back as a wife. No, he doesn't. But I feel like we're going to be here with you next season with this man, with this indecisive man. I feel like we're going to be here next season with you. I would much rather you talk about, you know, keeping up your body and doing the things that you have to do because you're still young and juicy and you're back out there on the dating scene. I would want to see that. I would not want to see this Mark thing. And I honestly, if you talk about it, I don't think you're going to get the reaction that you're expecting. I really don't. I think it'll be a good thing if you just admit to it. Like, because they're going to bring it up every season. The ladies know that that's something that you're lying about. So those who do not like you will bring it up every season. Stop letting them spray you with your own tea. Admit it and move forward. Your baby daddy is sitting under a jail. I ain't even gonna lie to you, right? I heard that line in the trailer for the show. You would think at this point I would be desensitized by it, by how many times I have seen the trailer. But even though I knew it was coming, it still hit me. I was like, yikes. One thing about Kenya, she come prepared at these reunions. I don't know why people who don't like her don't come prepared. She always is prepared. And I'm always looking at the people like Portia and all of them who do not like her. And I'm always just like, why are y'all always shocked? If nobody don't do their homework, Kenya does her homework and she comes locked and loaded. There was only one time that one person got her. She had a better writer, and that was Phaedra. That was only one time where she was left speechless. Every other time she was ready. So I don't know why, you know, anybody was shocked at that reunion. Or Drew. Drew was stunned. Drew was like, I was like, yeah. Welcome to your first reunion, girl. It's low at these reunions. Like, yeah, y'all gotta go straight to hell for a reunion. They get gutter at them reunions. Let's get into the Native American costume drama. I'm glad Kenya apologized. I did wish that she would have left her Native heritage out of it because it just makes it worse for you, right? When you apologize and say, well, I'm Native. And it's just like, well, if you're Native, you would have known not to do that. So that doesn't, you know, your aunties living on a reservation doesn't really help your case. It just makes it seem worse. So I wish you would have left that out and just apologized and moved forward with it, because we just have to be very honest here. Every American knows, there's no excuse. Every American knows that it is highly offensive to wear anybody's culture as a costume, especially for Halloween. The problem is, especially with the Native community, the problem is the people who do that don't care. They're very aware. Kenya was very aware when she put that costume on. But because of how the Native community is treated in America, it's like, oh, who's going to really care? Well, people cared this time, right? Enough people cared this time to make it to the show. And I'm glad that happened. But when people do that, especially in this day and age, they know it's offensive. They don't care that they're offending the Native community. And that's just the God's honest truth. It's just like with blackface. Everybody knows it's offensive. Everybody knows it's wrong. The people who do it do not care about the community that they are offending because they feel as if that community is powerless and beneath them, period. That's what it was. I get her not saying that because how could you say that and still be redeemed, right? The best cop out is to say, oh, I didn't know, than to say, oh, I did know. I just didn't care about the people that I would be offending. So I wish she just would have left it at, I apologize and moved on and not brought her heritage and all of that in there. I will say this, like I said before, she does her homework. Because Portia found the moment, right? And she was making great points that I agreed with. And Kenya was listening. And she was like, But when your sister wore a Native costume and you took that picture and put it online, that's the same thing. And then she looks at Andy and then Drew jumps in. And she's just like, well, yeah, I saw you in a Native costume on your Instagram. How far back did you scroll? She comes prepared. I can't get mad at the girl for showing up to work. She comes prepared. Please clear this up for me, guys, because if Drew was telling the truth about wearing the Native garments and that was made by her Native grandma, because there are Black Natives in Louisiana. I watched a whole documentary about it. Absolutely beautiful. If I can find it, I will send you guys to it. It's a tearjerker. I'll give you that, but it's beautiful. Any documentary about Black Louisiana culture, just watch it. That culture, whew, beautiful. Anyway, let me know if that's the truth, because if that is the truth, she has a valid statement, right? Because I think a lot of people, and that was a part of the documentary, a lot of Black Natives were saying they think that we're putting on these costumes from Mardi Gras or something, but this is actually our culture. And although we're Native, we're also Black. And this is why our, not costuming, our garments look different. So let me know if that was the truth, because then when Drew made that comment about that actually being her culture and her Black Native grandmother actually made the garments that they were wearing, Kenya shot back and said, girl, that's not the truth. It had #Halloween on it. So who got the tea? Please let me know, what is the truth? Was Drew wearing Native garments from her Black Louisiana, like Native family, culture, or was she wearing something for Halloween? Before I move on, let's address this comment and super chat from Nyla's Bling Room. What's up, Nyla? Nyla said the gel comment was stupid, though. Absolutely agree. It was stupid and it really didn't fit, but it was probably a read that she had ready and Drew spoke up and she was ready to go after her. So that was the way she got her. And it worked. It worked. Thank you so much, Nyla, for your super chat. Yeah, I agree. It was stupid and it didn't make any sense. But it was not said to make any sense. It was said to hurt. And it did its job. Also, when I was speaking about Portia's point, I did think she had a really great point when she was talking to Kenya, because she was just saying, you want instant forgiveness, right? You messed up and you just want to be forgiven and you want to move forward, but you're not the same with other people, with anybody else, right? And that's always been one of my greatest critiques about Kenya. It's Kenya will go low, Kenya will go hard, and she won't let up. Because Portia said you would not let up on that Underground Railroad comment. You wrote me for that for years, and she absolutely did, even on this season. But when Kenya makes a mistake, she always wants to get over it real quick, and she always wants to move forward. But when you are going after somebody, you never let up. That's been my greatest critique, is that Kenya just doesn't do accountability, right? She can see fault in others. She can never see fault in herself. And she always has an excuse for why she did something harmful instead of, you know what, I apologize. Even when she apologized at the reunion to certain people, there was always this long excuse before. And then it was just like, you know what, if you want an apology, I'll give you an apology. I don't want the apology if you haven't learned from or grown from anything that I just said, right? If there's not going to be a change, then keep your apology. Portia was making a point, but Kenya did her homework. Which is why we love the reunions. This part got on my nerves. We talk about a comment that Kenya retweeted. This is why Drew was crying in the trailer. This is why she was so disappointed. It's because Kenya retweeted a person who wrote that the moment with Drew and her son and his father was very cringy. Drew thought that it was irresponsible of Kenya to retweet that. Here's why I disagree. One, this is the show. Like, you guys are paid to bash each other at this point. You know, y'all know how I talk about how fun Atlanta used to be back in the day. At this point, they're just fighting each other every season. A lot of the joy in the comedy has left. They're just fighting every season, right? You guys are paid to tweet nasty stuff to each other, retweet shady things, and write those nasty blogs about each other on the Bravo site every week. Like, that is what you are paid to do. If we go through your retweets, your likes, Drew, and your tweets, we might find something really nasty about Kenya. That's one thing about the both of you. I don't think Kenya or Drew realizes how much alike they are. You two go very, very low and then are oblivious to what you've actually done, even though we know that you know what you're doing and how awful it is. You take the, oh, I had no idea. Oh, no, that's not what I did. So that's why you two don't like each other, because you're very, very similar with how you attack people. Anyway, that is what the show is. That is what you guys do. That is what you are being paid to do. This is your job. Having said that, what did she say about your, or retweet about your son that was so awful? It wasn't anything negative about your child. Drew, I felt uncomfortable watching that. I did feel like it was a moment. I've always said it. We don't have to be invited in every moment of your life. Some stuff you can just keep. I honestly felt like your son meeting his father for the first time after he's been in prison for years. When he left the baby, he was a baby, right? So bringing him on the show at this, doing this very intimate moment, if it was you, I would get it. You're a grown woman. This is your child who, although you signed up for the show, he didn't sign up for the show, right? This moment, we should not have been there. The first moment. I get you wanting to use this as a teachable moment and being honest with the viewers. Thank you. You ain't got to be that honest with me. You don't got to teach me every damn thing about life. You don't have to do that. I just felt like it was uncomfortable, and it was a moment that we should not have seen. I don't think you're a bad mother. I don't think your kid is a bad kid. It was just uncomfortable. Maybe if the tweeter used uncomfortable, would you have felt better? Was cringy? Did you feel like that was negative? I didn't get that from that, because maybe it's because I felt the same way and I didn't see it as negative. I was just like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have been here for that. I don't think that you're a bad mom. I don't think it's a negative comment about your son. The negative comment about your son's father was saying that he was under the jail. You should have had more heat for that than this. If anything, to me, Drew being upset about that comment, it kind of looked like a cop-out, right? To me, it kind of felt like you were using that moment as a way to garner sympathy and come after Kenya. Because if I throw my child in the mix, there will be unabashed sympathy that I will receive, and the ladies will join in with me like they did, right? It just seemed slick. It seemed manipulative, because nothing in there was negative about your son. I also didn't think it was negative to say that it was cringy. Was it uncomfortable? Is it something that we should not have seen? I agree, but I don't think that says anything about you as a parent or anything negative about your son. It just seemed kind of like a cop-out to me that absolutely worked, because you got favor. You got favor from somebody Kenya does not want to have any problems with, and that is Candy. So it worked, right? But I just felt like it was a scapegoat. It was a cop-out. And it's not just you, right? All of these ladies do that. All of these ladies do that with their kids. You said this about my child. No, the comment wasn't about your child. They were not calling you a bad mother. It wasn't saying anything about your kid. You are just using that as a way to manipulate what actually happened and to garner sympathy. That's what it is. So it just seems manipulative when you use it and when you use your child in that way, because that's exactly what it looked like to me. And all of the housewives do this mess when they don't have a comeback. They use their kid as a way to say, oh, you've went too low. You've went below the bar because you said this about my child. They always manipulate what the other is saying. And it's just like, that did not actually happen. We know what happened. We saw it. You're just trying to gain sympathy, and it did not work. Or Roscoe, thank you so much for the super chat. Say, Candy shows the pictures on Speak It. Drew is next to someone with what seems like a school uniform costume. Oh, really, Roscoe? So was she just blatantly lying? Drew, would you lie like that if we can bring up receipts? Who got it? Somebody was trying to send me something. Moni, are you trying to send me that picture? Hold on. Because I've learned to start checking my DMs on Instagram when I do these, because y'all be sending me stuff. Y'all be sending me stuff. Okay, hold on. No, I can't. Jay Armisen. Tracy, whatever you sent me, it said post unavailable. Okay, so, wait. Moni. Thank you. Moni sent me the name of the designer. Thank you, Moni. Thank you, Moni. Thank you. I'm on live now responding to your message. Thank you so much. So it's Moni. It's Essie Ezi Nebor. Essie Ezi Nebor. If you can send me the picture, send it to me, guys, because I really need to know. There it is. Who was I calling that lady? Anyway, thank you so much, Orozco. Thank you, my love. But I need to see that picture, because I'm just like, Drew has an argument. She does have an argument there if that is from her culture. If not, Tracy is on it. Tracy sent me the picture. Drew, why would you lie? Why would you lie? Drew, what? Oh, God. This is not even, y'all decide for yourselves, but this, hold on. Drew. There's always receipts. Thank you, Tracy. Ciao. Yeah, Drew. Yeah, that didn't work for you. Anyway, this is the jumpsuit that I was talking about. Girl, come on. This fit her beautifully. Look at that. And she feeling herself. How can she not? I want that jumpsuit. Come on, Curves. She looks great. Her name is Asia Zanabor. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. She made that jumpsuit for, like, nobody else can wear that. That jumpsuit was perfection. I'm trying to highlight. Hold on. I'm trying to highlight my super chat. Here it is. Hey, Phil, baby. Thank you for the super chat. Phil said, I agree. Kenya and Drew are the same. Reaching for tears during the reunion, stunts during the season. Kenya stunts land. However, if Drew or anyone else says anything about Brooklyn, Kenya is coming for blood. Absolutely. She does it too. They all do it. All the housewives do it. Where they can't find a way to get a dagger at another housewife. It's just like, oh, well, you said this about my child. And it's never about the kid. It's never about the kid. Who actually said something about somebody's child and it was legit? I can't find any. Jen Shah Listen, Jen Shah will read Brooks down. That's the only one that I can think about. But that lady is ruthless. Ruthless. I cannot wait for that season. Andy, that season has to be rushed. I need to see it. But a lot of the ladies honestly just use that as a dagger because it's so easy to throw the child in there. Because then Candy was just like, yeah, but you were speaking about her child. She wasn't. She retweeted something that said it was cringy watching that moment. And it was. It was nothing negative about Drew's son. But Candy, because, anything with kids, Candy's just sensitive. So Candy just jumped in there and defended Drew. But I didn't think that's what Kenya was doing. But Phil is telling the truth. Kenya does do that with Brooklyn. They all do it. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. So that's the truth right there. Yeah, Drew, that costume. Alarming. And then the whole thing with, oh, Kenya, you go low, and I'm so disappointed in you. Drew, we saw you this season. And I'll be real. I liked Drew in the beginning. And it's not that I dislike her now. I thought what she did with LaToya, even talking about it now, my stomach is in knots. It was so ugly. It was so low. So to sit there and be blameless, right? And point your finger at Kenya and say that she goes low and she's such an awful person and you're disappointed in her. And I'm just like, so what did you do to LaToya? Was that not low? I'm telling you, they are the same thing. Kenya and Drew do not do accountability. They will throw a rock, hide their hand, and make you look crazy when you bring it up. They are the same thing. Either they will be, I don't ever think that they'll be best friends. And to be honest with you, this is the reason why. Drew, you got to step your look up if you want to be besties with Kenya. That's the only thing that I can see keeping you two away from actually being a dangerous, dynamic duo. Y'all are the same thing. So then Ralph comes out. I like him. I like Ralph. He's a fun guy. But we still ain't found out who or what was in Tampa. And I didn't know that Tampa was the stripper capital of the world. You disappearing to the stripper capital of the world? And I don't know what happened. That's a problem for me. But just like Candy said, it's a problem for me, but it's not a problem for her. And that's the one that it should matter to. So if Drew likes it, I love it. And Drew, Kenya don't want no Ralph. Now, Kenya wanted Apollo. That we could see. With Ralph, girl, you're reaching. Oh, she was being inappropriate with my husband. And then, Bravo always has receipts. They always show the receipts. The receipts that they showed on Kenya less than after Ralph, I was just like, I'm still waiting. She don't want Ralph. She don't. LaToya, listen, I might be wrong because I always say there's no reason to have a 3-part reunion, right? Because I always say they give us the meat in the, part 1, they give us nothing in part 2, and then they give us the potatoes in part 3. I feel like Marlo and LaToya will make part 2 worth it. Because part 3 is going to be good because it's going to be the wrap up and everything. That's always good. Part 1 and part 3 are the only ones that I really tune into. I never tune into part 2. I think I'm going to tune into part 2 because when LaToya came on the scene, she came out swinging. She said, I'm happy to be here. I love being around my girls. And SpongeBob, well, baby, I almost choked on my beignet. Shout out to the beignet box in Studio City. Listen, Christina Milian, you did something with that. Because one of my good friends, Quinn, hey Quinn, she posted that she was at the beignet box on Instagram. 2 days later, I found the beignet box. So I've always wanted to try a beignet. I've never been to Louisiana. So I've always just wanted to try a beignet because everybody talks about how delicious they are. And so I, went to the beignet box and I got a bunch of beignets for me and my mom to try. And the way I ate them beignets, girl, I was eating one beignet so quick I bit my thumb. How big of me? I'm embarrassed, but it was absolutely delicious. Powder everywhere. So I'm watching this. choking on my freaking beignet when she come out the freaking gate swinging, calling Drew SpongeBob. And again, Drew, you got to get quicker, because that was another moment where she was stunned. She was like, oh, because that was a good one. That was a good one. And Drew, this was a rough review for you, Drew. It'll get better in part 2, hopefully, because I feel like I'm going to get in on Marlo, or maybe applaud Marlo. Who knows? But anyway, LaToya says that Drew sent her assistant in the room with a camera filming her saying, here's some vitamin C because Drew heard that you're feeling sick or low or something like that. And whatever LaToya is going through, she didn't think that it was funny. I didn't think it was funny either, because I'm just like, y'all not friends. And what you did to that girl in the season, like, it would be best to keep your distance. But then Drew says, oh, I didn't know that my assistant was going to do that. Y'all always throwing them assistants that you treat like garbage under the bus. You definitely put her up to that. Why would she do that? Why would your assistant do that? Now, if it was a family member, I get it. But your assistant who you have on payroll, who you hire to, basically be your servant, why would she just do that without, being instructed to do so? I don't believe you, Drew. You absolutely did that to LaToya to then torture her even more, because when Drew says that she didn't send her assistant to do that, Portia was just like, oh, so you're going to put it on God now? LaToya was just like, oh, so you're going to put it on God now? Oh, we're going to get into that. And I can't wait. And it seems like LaToya is ready. LaToya is ready for that. It seems like she has some time to process, some time to heal from that moment. And now she's angry, as she should be. As she should be. What Drew did to her was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, as she should be. And I feel like she's going to make part 2. Her and Marlo are going to make part 2 worthwhile. And part 2 has never been worthwhile since ever. Y'all always hear me say that I feel like, the 3-part reunion is nothing more than a money grab. It's the show grabbing more money from advertisers. That's all it is. And the show also committing to the companies that these are how many commercials that we will put out every season for you. So it's just a money grab, and it's a contractual agreement with the companies that buy commercial spots during these shows. That's what I think. That's what I believe. I don't think that part 2 has ever been a necessary watch, but it will be this time. It will be this time, because we end with LaToya coming in. LaToya's look, neck up, was gorgeous. I love the hair. I love the makeup. This dress, it was giving me Fashion Nova. And if you are from LA, it was giving me Fashion Nova at the Burbank Mall. Y'all know that Fashion Nova is different. It was giving me that. I was just like, oh, girl. How do y'all not know that on your first reunion, like, you just have to, people will give you grace, but you have to know that you have to bring it, because everybody's going to be looking at what the new girls are wearing, especially since the vets are going to be looking sickening, unless you're on Potomac. Let's just be honest about that. So how did you not know? How did you not know that you got to bring it? You look great from the neck up, though. You look great from the neck up. And I know a lot of people don't like LaToya. And I know right now a lot of people don't like Drew. I think they're great for the show. I want them to stay around. The Drew showed up for me this season until we got to the LaToya thing. LaToya showed up the whole season, and then she came out swinging at this reunion. Her contract needs to be renewed, and maybe Bravo give her $2,000 this time. She showed that she's worth the coin. Come on. YouTube is a valid business. It's a valid media business. Come on. Pay the girl what she's worth. Anyway, that was all of, right? That was all of my thoughts for this review. If you're just here for the review, beloveds, it's over. Let's get into the chit-chatter. Feel Good said, what can you retweet it was in poor taste. That's the job, though. It was. That's the job. But guys, I'm telling you, I don't think it said anything wrong. All she said was us watch this moment was a bit cringy. It was. I don't think it was mean-spirited, though. I don't know. That, I guess it's because I felt the same way. Maybe that's why. Drew should have, Shania Hayes said Drew should have just said that she was ignorant to cultural appropriation at that time, since it was years ago before that PC wave, where she lied, dumb move, lied big time on her own culture. Big time on her own culture. Morgan, my Instagram is NikkiNicoleStar. That's NikkiNicoleStar. We got a super chat from who? Who? Hey, Travis. Thank you for the super chat, my love. Thank you. Hold on. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you're sending me something concerning the show, because I really don't check my DMs like that when I'm on live, because I was raised right. I was raised right. What was that? I got a notification. Oh, now you sent a coupon after I done made my damn order. Oh, Lord. This always happens to me. As soon as I order from someplace, they send me a coupon. Your mother. I needed that coupon before I made the purchase. Ray said when LaToya came on, I was like, let me put my phone down. Listen, we knew from the moment she called Kenya and was like, girl, guess what Drew's assistant did? I believe LaToya in this situation. I really, really do, because Drew, that was just, I'm sorry, sis, but you've proven that you will do any and everything to hurt her. You've proven that. So I think you meant that. I know. Jazzy Go said, Drew, LaToya grew on me. Drew, get away from me with this tacky Drew mess. Yeah. I'm telling you, I love Drew. I love Drew and the whole family. I thought that they were great and that her and Ralph were good enough to get a spinoff. I still believe that. I still do. I think they're great for the show. I think that Drew's family dynamic will definitely get a spinoff. I just didn't like what she did with LaToya at the end. This is my thing. Y'all can come after each other, right? This is what you're paid to do. When you bring religion into it, because there's so much religious persecution, and a lot of it happens to women, especially today in the church, it just was just so ugly. And I'm telling you, talking about it makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable because it's definitely growing up in the church, definitely something that I've seen, something I've experienced as a child with religious persecution about women and sexuality. It's not sexuality, but like just sensual or just sex, period. Like, just like existing as a woman and what the church finds offensive and things that you have to change. And that was just me. My experience with that was just me growing up and just developing, and the church making, me feel bad for how this body was growing. I didn't know what to do, but I grew up, hating my body because I felt like I was a sin, and it just makes me very uncomfortable when I see that happening to another person or just a woman in general within the church, because we see it happen all the time. We see how, older women, church mothers, seasoned ladies in the church are not accepting of women who are coming out of the world and coming into the church and wanting to find grace and wanting to find peace and wanting to find a family, and the way they are treated because they dress a certain way or their body is built a certain way, or because all the men in the church think that they're beautiful. And I just felt like Drew did that to LaToya. It was so ugly. The woman was broken. Y'all shared a moment. You took the moment, put it on TV, and used it as a way to demean her. You have no idea how deeply you cut that woman. You probably will never know that until, probably later on, maybe a couple seasons later, but you have no idea what you did to her. You have no idea. This makes you so uncomfortable. I hate it. Coco B said, Drew made Kenya less annoying. Now, listen, when you can do that, baby, you doing too much. You doing too much. Yeah. Morgan, she has. Remember, we have crossed, guys, we have turned a page with LaToya. We were not Team LaToya when she first got on the show. I was like, she's doing too much. Now here I am like, you better not say nothing to LaToya or I'm going to lose it. Ciao. I will say this about this season. It really was an emotional roller coaster. It was, because you're like up and down. You're here with this character, there with this character. So they gave us something in the little bit of time that they could, and what they had to work with concerning COVID, because I heard they had like 5 shutdowns. They did the best they could, and they gave us the season that they could give us. So I'm not disappointed in them. Simply Simone, hey love. Simply Simone said, spreading the stimulus money around. Drew's antics in the last 2 episodes, plus in part 1 of the reunion, gives us thirsty. So disappointed. Definitely disappointed. Thank you so much, Simply Simone. Thank you, my love. Yeah, I was disappointed. I was just like, Ralph was just like, yeah, we did come in hot. They came in hot and it was good. Drew, Ralph, the kids, her mom, that whole dynamic, I enjoyed them. That LaToya thing, oh, that was such an ugly taste, an ugly taste in my mouth. It left a bad taste in my mouth. I just, hold on. JG, what's up, sis? What's up, JG? JG said, but LaToya was digging at Drew before she went that route. I'll give you that. I agree it was foul, but she really did the most to cause a beef. Now she's a victim. Absolutely. I will absolutely give you that. LaToya and Kenya, I don't know why, again, same person. Throw the rock, hide the hand. They both came after Drew. They really did come after Drew. Like, I'm agreeing with Jade. They came after Drew first, but I'm not agreeing with how Drew retaliated. I am the first person who will always say, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Drew, you brought a damn cannon. You brought a nuclear bomb. Come on, girl. Come on. You have to fix that. Coco Bean, thank you, love. I'm about to check right now. Here it is. We got a cash app from Coco Bean. I'm about to love it. Thank you. Oh, just happy to make your lives. Coco, I'm happy that you're here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Coco. And I liked it. Thank you. Cameron Knight said if Drew comes back next season, she'll probably redeem herself. She's absolutely coming back. They got to bring her and LaToya have to come back. I love Drew and LaToya for this show. I really do, because I feel like this is the way that they need to go. They both can grow and get used to the cameras. I get that. Or, not used to the cameras, but used to being in this kind of dynamic. They both can polish up and become better people, better characters on this show. But I love them for this show. I told you, I'm all for the nieces, except for Shamia. Sorry. Taking over. I'm great for that. Like, I just feel like that's where it needs to go, because I feel like with a lot of the vets, we've come to the end of the road. We've come to the end of your story. It's time to move on. Hey, Lachelle, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, for the cash app. Thank you, Lachelle. Thank you, my love. Yeah, I'm fine for a nieces season. Let's try it. Let's see how it works. I want that. I do. I think we've come to the end of the road with Candy. Kenya, I think it's time. Time's up. Time's up for Candy and Cynthia. I hate to say it, I hate to take a check out of a woman's hands, especially a Black woman. But I think it's time. What else can y'all show us that we will be interested in watching? Let's try it with the nieces and see what happens, and put them on other spinoffs. I'm so glad that they're finally, putting my idea into production, the All-Star show. This is why y'all should have hired me for the project. I would have never gave y'all 4 episodes, and I would have never put it on your Peacock streaming service. I would have never done that. I would have said, give me at least 8 to 10 episodes. We don't need a reunion. Give me at least 8 to 10 episodes. Let me take over the casting of this, because if I was doing the casting, you think that Kyle Richards would be on my freaking all-star? This is all-stars. If you want to give me a Richards, give me a Kim Richards. Why are you giving me Kyle? who going to play PC throughout the whole thing is not going to get into any drama because she wants to look a certain way on TV. Get the hell out of here. Who did the casting? It wasn't me. This is why you just need to pay people for their ideas instead of stealing them. Because I know you're here on this chat. I know y'all here. Y'all should have hired me for the job. 4 episodes? Why the hell are we tuning in? As soon as the drama starts, the show is over. Pay Black women. I needed to get that out. I love you guys. Let's move on. Oh. Johnny got a new phone. I just got a message from my best friend. He's had an iPhone 2 for like forever. Like, he can't do nothing on this damn phone. He finally upgraded. So thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Finally, I'm so glad you finally upgraded your phone. Thank you for coming into the new world, Pop. Love you. Like, I didn't even know that that you could still use those phones this late in life. Like, guys, he's had the same phone for like 8 years. What millennial has a phone for 8 years? Weird. Anyway. Congrats, Johnny. Before I went on my rant, I got a super chat. Hey, Janice. Hey. Janice said, just stopping by on my lunch break. What's up, sis? I haven't been able to catch you in months. I'll rewatch on my way home. Latoya grew on me too. Thank you so much, Janice. Thank you, my love. Billy said, Billy, this... Your freaking image, your thumbnail. Love it. Billy said, reunion part 1 was pretty stale. Kenya was very defensive and Portia stood her ground to Kenya. She did. But listen, Kenya stood her ground as well. You can't shake that girl. That's the thing. My thing is, the best way to battle out with Kenya, you got to stay. You can't be shaken, right? You can't get emotional with her because that doesn't work. You got to stay right where she's at, right? Like, just being honest, you got to meet Kenya in hell, period. That's where you got to go with her. If you're going to be all emotional and raise your voice and cry, that's not a chick you want to battle with, right? You have to battle her on the same level. If you don't, she's always going to get the best of you. She always is. Like, the whole reunion, she was just like, right, okay. Well, if you feel like I did that, then I apologize. Eating them up. And they're, I'm disappointed in you. Girl, she beating you. Don't give her that. If you can't fight with her the way that she fights, pay her dust. Which is why I thought Portia was doing so good in the beginning by paying her dust, because that was getting under Kenya's skin. But then you start... vagabond children. But then I'm becoming that old lady. But y'all don't understand these kids. These kids at my apartment complex, they're on another level. The little rascals can't touch them. They're on another level. Anyway, they need to learn how to fight Kenya. If you're going to get emotional, don't fight her, pay her dust. Portia was doing great by paying her dust, but then she got emotional. And that's where Kenya succeeded. Miss Brown Sugar, hey, Miss Brown Sugar said, I think the difference is if Drew's point is that Toya is such a mess, then you expect that. Don't then act like you're helping. Come on. Only to flip on her in the name of Jesus. That ain't even cute. It's awful. Thank you so much, Miss Brown Sugar. Absolutely. You expressed it perfectly. That's exactly how I feel. Oh no, JB says what is not Team Latoya. JB says what said Toya is another Yovana. So no, what happened to her? What happened to Yovana from Clark, Atlanta? She did so good when she got drunk at that dinner party and then just faded. Oh, Carmen, what's the deleted scene are you talking about? Are you talking about that scene with Candy and Kenya? Because that's the one that I want to. That's the one that I want to see too. Oh, Billy. Billy said the Candy is a storyline writer. Oh, explain, Billy. Let's get into it. Priscilla said, yes, this is Drew's first season, so I'll give her some grace. That just throw away that dress. But Drew is so Kojic. She can't. That's who she is. Ooh, the nurses that are in the chat. I just ain't that so funny? I'm telling you, this is how powerful nurses are. When you're feeling sick, when you're feeling sick or you're in need of something, the first thing that you think of is not the doctor. You think of the nurse. That's how powerful nurses are. Because I'm just like, why didn't I think of a doctor? But doctors and nurses, if you're in this chat, I've been craving apple juice. What does that mean? Well, am I missing some kind of vitamin in my body? Because I was just like, I need apple juice. My body is screaming for apple juice. Hey, Samantha. Samantha said, I don't think they came after her. LaToya was surface with Drew, and she only talked about her wigs. True. Drew went after LaToya's marriage. Kenya didn't really do anything to Drew. Kenya was reading Drew in the confessionals. So my thing is, if Drew, the only time that Drew will come after Kenya and it would make sense will be at the reunion. Because Kenya did say some shady stuff about her in her confessionals, never to her face. So Drew, you was coming for her for no reason. Because now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't ever think that Kenya came for Drew ever on camera, unprovoked. Drew, you did start it with telling the ladies about the private jet. They did come for the wigs though. But see, this is the thing, Samantha. When you said that LaToya was surface with Drew and she only talked about her wigs, that's what you consider surface, right? That might be something really, hurtful to Drew. So she would respond this way, even though we don't agree with the response. My God, today was a little much, even for me, okay? Even though we don't agree with the response, Drew could still be, coming for her. You know what I mean? Even though you think it's surface, it might not feel that same way to Drew. So that's what you have that right there. Hey, Josie. Josie, oh, beautiful family. Josie said, yes, Nikki, a niece season is what we need. Candy and Cynthia, their stories are done, and that's not a bad thing. I agree with you, Josie. We need a nieces season. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with your story being wrapped up. The only reason why I would want Kenya to also leave with Candy and Cynthia, because Kenya don't like the nieces. You know what I mean? And Kenya has proven that she will take back what the nieces have done and make it into something bigger. Kenya gonna act like an auntie. So she can't. Kenya, the aunties gotta go. We need a nieces season. The nieces will revive this show. We need the nieces. JG said, what is Portia's story? It's the exact same as Kenya. The difference is the network likes her. She is a Bravo darling. That is just the God's honest truth. She is a Bravo darling. They love her. She guys, if you look at it, if you watch the ratings and all this stuff, and how they bring about their ratings, the tests and stuff that they go through. When the network does testing, Portia tests very high with the viewers. I mean, listen, it shocks me, right? Because a lot of y'all don't like her, but she tests very high with whoever they're choosing to test the cast with. She always tests very high with the viewers. So Portia at this point is untouchable. She's always going to come back. And I think the only reason why she's pulling these stunts now while taking Bravo out and all this stuff and, talking about it a bit more and saying this was a great journey and all this stuff is because she's negotiating for millions and she gonna get it. She gonna get it. Y'all don't like her, but she tests high. She tests high for Bravo. So she's not going nowhere. So if anything, if we just do a nieces season, she will be the glue, right? So she'll probably be a mother hen over everybody. She'll probably be like in a Nene role with the rest of the nieces. She'll probably be the one that won't be in drama, but will be trying to fix the drama if they craft the show around her. But I don't know, because Phaedra is coming back. So who, or allegedly Phaedra is coming back. So who knows? Tracy, hey birthday girl, said, I think Candy, Cynthia, Kenya, and Portia can all drop down to friends of the show while they test new ladies. That would be great. They would never do it. They would never do it. The only person who I think will do it is Cynthia, because I don't know, no shade, Cynthia, like you, I don't know what else she has going on, right? And so I think if she's trying to hawk her businesses like the Bailey Wine Center, which is doing well, but there's nothing wrong with, more advertisement, I think she's the only one who will do it. I don't think any of the other ladies would drop down to friend of the show. Nope. Let me catch up on some comments. Another Tracy comment. She said, well, let's see Black Lives Matter or parenting with a man that shows up on camera and shows her kid all the things Kenya didn't have. Tracy, who are you responding to? Or who are you reading on your birthday, girl? JG said, but Kenya looked jump and bitter over and over and over with Portia because she was contradicting herself and blaming them for how she reacted. Yeah, she doesn't take accountability. Her and Drew are the same thing. They do not do accountability ever. Oh, y'all are going after each other. Hey, Yasmin said, I used to hate Kenya, but over the years, she has become one of my favorites. Not because I really like her, but she is always 10 toes down. You can't really rock her, even after Portia beat her up. All facts. A lot of times I don't like her behavior. I don't like the thing that her and Drew have in common with the no accountability, but you cannot rock that chick. You gotta give it to her. You cannot rock. The only person, which is why we're all gobsmacked, right? Because we've never seen her rocked, right? Mark rocks this chick. He rocks her and he gets her together. And we're all so shocked and disappointed because we've never seen her like that. The other ladies could never get her. I think there's only one person who she will let get her, and that's Candy, because Candy's Candy. At the end of the day, especially if you want to make a life in Atlanta, you're not going to go after their princess. If you want to be successful in Atlanta, especially as a Black person, you don't want to go after no Candy. That's just not going to work for you. Hey, B. B said Portia and Nene are the only ones that can stand toe to toe with Kenya. The only issue with Portia and Nene, they can stand with Kenya. They get too emotional. You can never, if you're going to go after Kenya, you cannot get emotional. You got to meet her right where she's at. That's the thing. They get so sensitive when going, toe to toe with her. You can't get sensitive. You got to stay 10 toes down like she is. Yoda said, Kenya don't go low, she goes to hell. Yep. And that's why I love her peak villain behavior. She's a great villain. I will give her that. She's a great villain. Uh-oh. Y'all better answer. Shania said, why choose Cynthia over Portia? I want an explanation. Is it for me or everybody else? Because it can't be for me. Because I wouldn't keep Cynthia over Portia. No shade. Hold on, I'm just catching up, y'all. Hey, I am Rachel. Said, what did Kenya do to production? You can tell that they were not feeling her this season. Honestly, I don't think production has felt her ever since she got married off camera. I'm telling you, they have not been her favorites. Or she has not been their favorite. Word on the street is, I had to find a way to say this. I was just like, what? Because I be getting excited. So let me, you got to think. Word on the street is, because Kenya got married, like in this whole relationship with Mark, all this stuff happened off camera. Production was pissed, right? And did not renew her contract. And listen, I told you, production don't really have the power. It's the network, but they, allegedly took a very great argument to the network, and the network agreed. The only reason why Kenya was able to get back on the show, allegedly, is because my group chats are messy, because she went to the network to plead her case. And they were just like, well, she's, she performed well, and she agrees to bring Mark and, the baby and all that stuff to the show. Let's give her another try. Production wasn't happy about that, right? Because they want to have like full power. When they make a decision, they want it to be the decision. But the network is the, beginning, middle, and end of these shows. So allegedly, she was brought back by the network and not the production company. So ever since then, their relationships have been very, very rocky. Allegedly. We got a super chat from Toya. NikkiStar TV is the best. Love you, NikkiStar. Love you, Toya. Of course, you guys know this is my sister. She has a show out on Snapchat that she produced called Sway Meets World. Promote your show, Toy. Put it in the comment section. It is a show focusing on Sway Lee, the rapper, and his life, the good, the bad, and everything in between, the beautiful, the funny, all of it. It's a really great show on Snapchat that I would love for you to watch and support, because my sister produced it. Thank you, sissy. Thank you for the super chat. Did I give you this? This is for you, Toy. Love you. Chocolate Capricorn said, in the help of Cynthia and Candy after setting Nene up. All planned. Oh, Lord. We in conspiracies. What's up, Fat Phil? Wait, that's not Fat Phil. Hold on, Miss Brown Sugar. I'm going to get to Fat Phil. These freaking comments are jumping. Hold on, Fat Phil. Let me find you again. I'm coming back, Miss Brown Sugar. Fat Phil said the production crew is the same crew that does Tardy for the Party with Kim Zolciak. I don't put anything past them. Listen. Shad Pearl said, y'all claim Kenya hires men for the sake of the show. I think Kenya married Mark off camera to prove a point. I actually think she married Mark because he didn't want to be a part of the show. That's what I think. I think she married him off camera because that was his choice. I feel like everything that happens in a relationship is by him, like how he wants it done, when he wants it done. He controls that whole relationship. I think that Kenya would, are you kidding me? Kenya would have loved to have put that marriage on the show. Love to have done that. Love to have had a wedding special. But I think that was more him than it was her. And I think, she was gone in the brain. She was gone in the brain. Miss Brown Sugar said, I also like that we've seen Portia really grow and change over the years. We get to see Kenya's loving side for Brooklyn, only for Brooklyn, and she's always been foolish over men. I will say that we've never seen Kenya in a healthy relationship with a man. We never. Remember that busted guy? The one that looked like he could be Tyler Perry's doppelganger, but like in the upside down. You know what I mean? He just was so terrible to her. And I was like, Kenya, there's not a fine man that wants you. You losing it over this guy. I remember she was talking about, they were fishing, and she was talking about soaping up her body in the shower and how he wouldn't even touch her. Very weird. Very weird to me. Walter. Remember Walter? Thank you, makeup addict. Thank you, makeup addict. Yes, he definitely looked like Tyler Perry in The Upside Down. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Stranger Things. If Tyler Perry in The Upside Down was Walter. I know what I'm talking about. Chocolate Capricorn said, Nikki, do you think that Phaedra should come back? She will be on Watch What Happens Live in May. Yeah, I do. Phaedra was good for the show. Phaedra was good for the show. This is the thing, right? I feel like Bravo just needs to go all new with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you don't go nieces, go new, because I think you keep on picking from the same pot and it's just not working because you're picking from a pot that worked, but you're mixing it up with different people. And I don't think that they realized that that cast at that time worked. You can't take people from that cast and put them in this different, setting of women and think you're going to get the same dynamic that you did before. If what the pot you're picking out is not working, stop going to that pot. You need a whole new pot, a whole new sauce, a whole new roux. Like, this isn't working. Either go nieces or go all new. I think that's their only move at this moment. Oh shoot, I gotta get ready for 90 Day Fiance. Let me tell y'all. Yes, thank you, Shonda. That's the show. Please check out Sway Meets World and support super producer Latoya. Love you, sis. Let me get out of here because I got to do 90 Day Fiance in about 9 minutes. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. This was so much fun. I really appreciate you all taking time out of your day to spend and chat with me. Makes your girl feel good. You got me to 12K. I appreciate it. That is still a moment that is like that will forever sit with me. Loved it. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. If you like what you see here, please make sure you like and share. Liking helps YouTube know, even if you want to dislike, do that too. It, lets the algorithm know that there are people who are interested in the content and the work that I'm doing here, and it helps your girl continue to grow. I would totally appreciate that. Share it with somebody who you think will enjoy. And come back if you want to talk about 90 Day Fiance. Love you, family. I will see you soon. This is 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, the one with Angela and Michael. That should be fun. But anyway, thank you so much, family. Love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah. My phone is blowing up. Did somebody die? Oh, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. Yeah, this is going off. Going crazy.